And we live. Welcome to another episode of Sleazy Sports. And today I'm joined by the homie Sihle N. What's happening, dog?
Nothing much, my guy. Just celebrating time off with the family,
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
much needed time that you never realize that you need until you actually take time off. And you're like, oh shit, I needed this.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, of course, it's been a long year, long and incredibly stressful year, but of course, at least we almost there. We almost there.
I
And yeah,
think,
man.
I think, I think, I
Yeah.
think. For we say it was a long, stressful year. I think it's one of those where for us to celebrate daylight, there must be like a bit of darkness,
Yeah,
and
no, 100%.
there's a lot of darkness, or there was a lot of darkness in the world in 2023, and we're just
Yeah.
hoping when come 2024, the light, yeah, will shine through, and everyone will have the
Mm.
year that they are looking forward to having.
I know, indeed, bro. And of course, nje, Nati. I also look at the positives mostly. That's where I focus my energy on. I've done a lot of things that I've never done before. And yeah, man, it's been
I think that's always good.
yeah,
But
it's been yeah,
the one thing that I'd always say is that, like, take time off. Like, take time off, drink beer, be merry, meet Cheese and
yeah,
his team who have just won
yeah,
the World Cup, and they're happy
yeah,
as fuck. And the ref cheated poor Everton last night by giving Onana a yellow on a pen that was not a pen, but anyway, it is what it
yeah.
is.
You know what? I think we'll start off with that.
Ngiyashupa. Lo muntu wina kayi-one and njalo hlala akhuluma makawina.
Hey, Fitz, bayawina. Bana.
But no, let's be fair, gents. Did I comment about Chelsea winning Izol?
Nah. I think yesterday
Thank you.
you kind of knew that you'll get a result.
No, mina ungiqede makathi yo, Jackson is so bad in front of goal. And then
Yeah,
what?
That is
Oh, never mind.
terrible.
And
That,
no, then he posted after. Oh, never mind. He just scored. Gandhi offside.
okay.
I never said never mind.
Oh my God! I know, never mind. He just scored. Gandhi offside.
No.
I know,
Yeah,
but
mina
I
ngenja
had a,
ngizokucheck ama-chatting baba ngizokucheck ama-chatting ngizokuselela mani zobona.
I had a few
yeah,
last night, but I
Oh,
never said never mind. What Jackson? Our Jackson is terrible, guys.
yo,
Who Jackson cannot
ayena
lead.
mfana
I know you guys did a
ayena
you guys.
knowledge.
I think even Hoyland, as much as Hoyland from United is poor, those chances come on, especially that one. There's that one-on-one, like yeah, and
I
then
saw. I was listening because,
oh,
like, one of the commentators, they're into stats now. They give you like the
yeah,
weirdest stats that you like, stats that never, no one has ever presented to them. Like, big chances. Chelsea has missed the most big chances in the league. It's 36. My big chances are like your clear one-on-one with the goalie, and that's a given. That should be a goal. 30, yeah, was it 36? Yeah, 36, 30,
yeah,
or
36.
37, adding last night's. Yeah, well, adding last night's chance. It's now
Yeah,
37. And I was like, the thing is, we're creating chances, but like there isn't that person to go right at tap in. Because I'm
yeah.
a tap in. I don't care what everyone says. I'm a tap in. I aspire, gents. That
As
means that
fun.
your team
Mina
is getting in the
ngamtshela
18 area.
uMike.
Yeah, cheese did
Ngamtshela
say that.
uMike.
Yeah,
Ngathi as a striker, you can become the best striker in the world just from doing the simple things, scoring tap-ins. All you
yeah,
need to do, man. And
No,
the
no,
people think
because
that is the easiest thing to do. To run into that 6-yard box and position yourself and sort your feet out. Ukor. It's not easy, Baba. That thing is hard. Even for
so my man,
defenders. If a ball is
so
whipped into front
yeah,
post we defend and you haven't sorted out your feet, it's a goal. That's why Badiashile is struggling so much. He can't sort out his feet.
the
yeah,
sorting out your
Yeah,
feet is
nobody
the
Badiashile
most
is the same
difficult
thing.
thing ever. Because think about it, you've got like, it's not even seconds, you've got milliseconds to sort out your feet. And it's embarrassing if the ball bounces off you and you're a defender, meanwhile you're a striker. I mean, I
yeah.
say tap-ins, Chelsea could do with a few tap-ins right now because we're creating
Yeah.
these chances. We just need a striker in the box. Ball
Mm.
comes in either from Reese, who's that, Gusto and whatnot, and tap in, and that's all. That is all that Chelsea needs right now. Maybe like 4 or 5 games of like simple tap-ins, win a 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. I'm happy.
Yeah.
And then you have the pace, in fun. For me, it's you guys have the pace, and you're getting behind opponents. But hi, not hi. I mean, Lachanska stealing. We need to speak about Lachanska stealing now because just because it was the other week, but that isn't this Gamelanga Zenze? Those sort of things should never happen in a team as big as Chelsea, especially with guys who like to get in behind defenders. Square pass and to tap in goal. It's too big.
So this is the team that played yesterday, and I'm not going to speak about the team that played over the weekend. The team that played yesterday, our starting 11 was the youngest Chelsea team that we've ever had. And the unfortunate part is that with young teams, you get it's a fine line between them having an understanding of controlling the game and them being excited of and showing off their skill set, of which that's beautiful to watch. The goal that we conceded on the 45th minute, like Yabona, all you have to do is control because you don't want to concede before halftime. And Moses decided to take a stroll. Like it showed. It honestly showed. Sure, fine. Our manager then brings in a shitload of substitutes. It was a weird substitution. The one substitution that he made that I'm glad that he made is old statement, the 39-year-old. Silva.
Oh yeah. Silva, ngokuthi ahlale
Silva, if we're being honest, the one the chance got Jackson, but we people Silva. There was a point Van Dijk where he comes in on the side and he hits like a diagonal ball. Any ball corner is like he pings it and left on the man. And we saw that yesterday.
But we don't want. But Bito, do we really want our most solid centre back that high up on the pitch, oldest and most experienced that high up on the pitch? Because if someone intercepts that pass, is Thiago Silva getting behind anyone to go cover?
So the other thing of Jelayona is when he came in, billion, like that level of experience to calm down, gents. Because the first 10 minutes of the second half, Palace was on top of us. Suspect.
They are French centre backs. Then they are black. Oh, my brother, John Doe.
Yeah, John Doe.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Business call back team.
Money?
Business call before to my colors. Hey, what's my colors? Not they ever going in.
Yeah, I could go to that. I know.
Right, but the man is my colors. It's scared. Like really being going. What are chasing?
Yeah, see, we went to high school with this guy who chased it. Yeah. He was a superstar, 800 meter. I kept saying.
He can't say, like, even counselor, Baba. I live in.
Yeah.
What happened to you, Cheese, with your colors? Where were your colors?
I mean, I got two from Donna Mina Bengals. Is it this year's ass in Peter? Which are Bupul in Peter? Is it this year? Which are Bupul? Yeah, I don't phone get this yesterday.
As long as it's not over.
Yeah.
Boy, it was crazy.
Madam Petu, sihle bhaya shile disasi. Sazokhala uthama ndizotha ngokujela.
Angibonile izolo. No, and izolo was that moment ukuthi no, yabona le thule is suspect. I think the last 3 games that they've played, I've just been like, let me not go right it and judge them. Give them a chance.
Unsustainable.
Utisasi is error prone, like he is nervous as hell. And the position about Faragiona, you cannot be nervous. And there's this mentality abanayo, Uguti, they cannot just hoof the ball forward. Because unfortunately, as a defender, There are situations where you don't have to have a perfect pass out. You can hoof the ball and everyone forgives you. Because my understanding situation calls for
ainje
that.
ama-assist baba ubhaliyashile hayi ama-assist baba
The outing with the every ufuna ukulikhipha akhiphe kahle ayisebenzi leyo ndoda.
hayi shaya assist le out
It's gonna come with time, but unfortunately, it's time that he doesn't have in the EPL.
Yeah, I know, indeed. Yeah. I don't know if you want us to segue to the main topic, because I feel like this episode is gonna be long, and I don't want to.
This is where we go. Modise.
I was waiting for Modise. I was
Hey,
waiting for
cheese! I want
Yeah,
to
we're
greet
waiting
cheese in the spirit of Aiden Makram. How are you, cheese?
hey bathung hey bathung
the happiest guys in the group. Yo.
hayi
I'm
ngeke
happy. I'm happy.
Nah.
I'm happy with the
hayi
performance. I'm very happy.
bekasilithile this week if isikhuluma iqiniso ngoba bekumele ashaya ama-runs waphuma
But that was a good delivery. Marashap, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Yeah,
Let's talk about Hugo, the boss.
Yeah, let's go to that. Let's go to that. Let me just quickly share my screen, just to make things a bit more colorful.
lesa squad angikho happy ngalesa squad mina.
You're not happy at all.
Let's break it down. Let's break it down
I don't see where our threats. I want to speak about our threats. Who's our threats here, guys? How do we threaten our opponents here?
In attack.
Ngobani?
That's probably our
Ngobani
strongest point. Ngotau
Ngobani Mdisi?
Nomshish. Only those two. I guess you can. There's an element of reliance you can place on Lepasa, Nomawanda. Evidence of reliance.
Mina ngizokutshela mina. Abozwane phela basadinga konjobani lezi Sundowns lezi zase-South America ezibadlalisayo.
Those two.
Alande no.
Lezi ezidlala lapha emva. Lezi ziyi-2. Lezi ziblind baba. And you can see umshishi isibani sakhe sesilesi. Yeah.
Mara uyaya what uyaya usiphephelo sithole. He's a decent player. He's a decent 6. I think we can rely on him. Right?
Yeah.
At 6. Then you've got Uteboho Mokoena. So you can can sort of play 4-2-3. Hey, I'm just not sure about Umaseko. Hey,
4-2-3. Hayi wena so nofake lineup ye-cricket man. 4-2-3. Lineup ye-cricket. uMakram already ushuthe kaphakathi ungambali.
But vele anami ish bafethu, especially le ndaba le yakaLyle. I mean, on my end, of course, I get it.
No.
I get it, but
hold on.
Yeah.
That one. We can go on and on and on. That one, just for viewers that haven't seen the interview got Hugo. Hugo says Lyle was like literally first on the list. He's catching that ticket. He's going to Afcon, but he asked Uguti. He's not his best right now. He's not feeling great. Company
did say. I did say Uguti.
Yeah. So
we've seen this thing. We've seen these things come from the EPL before. Absolute bullshit.
Let me give context, and then you can come in. So Ulai gave Isafa a letter from a doctor. The letter basically
drafted by Benny Doctor.
Yeah. They say this man is not okay. So can he be excused from the tournament? Actually, not can he be excused. He will be excused from the tournament. So Modise, you can take over.
Chief, I'm a big advocate of mental health, right? Massive advocate. And that's why these teams of today travel with psychologists, travel with sports psychologists, travel with all these professions around them. And that's why Burnley was able to support him and be able to what? To play him. They were able to what? To play him on the football pitch.
2 games.
Did he play? The first game he came on at halftime. The second game he played 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Come
on.
Now
we have bigger problems than Lyle Foster and one. Club conch.
It's super sport. And again.
Into messes
So question.
sinenki yazi asiqaleni lapha phezulu. First of all, we don't have a strong goalkeeper.
Before
First of all, we
Setsila,
don't have a strong goalkeeper.
I think Ronwen is fine.
Yeah,
Ronwin, do you know how many goals Ronwin is considered for Bafana done?
Bafana,
Someone can Google it,
who's better than
bring it up here.
Who's better than him?
That's
What I'm saying is what I'm saying, Tina, we don't have any good goalkeepers going to this tournament. That's the first problem with the team trying to go win the Afcon.
But you
he's the
agree
best.
that
He's the best of the worst. That we have right now. So I think that's not choice.
Best of the worst.
Bazamile kumkhuluma uRonwin, but Ronwin pana he's
I mean, I
never
would have
been
still called.
national
If I was the
team.
coach, I would have still called up Kune. Whether it chiefs him kwatelanga, angifuna
Angeke bafethu abantu bechiefs abami kancane ngokhune bafethu animeni kancane bafethu hayi namncane khune ntwana hayi namncane hlobo.
We've had no better goalkeeper in this country than Itumeleng Kune and Senzo Meyer.
Imagine samambezela kusho ukuthi noTiko Mdise mos ngamlanda nini.
Yes, ngamlanda. Samfaka vele
Yes.
uzongena la uTeko
Yes,
vele uzongena la. Ungamdlisa iskimu wena uGeneral.
awulerato Shabang ngizona awulerato Shabang hayi nina ngiyanibona imikhuba yenu nifuna ukusibona siyamuva ezikhaya.
That's why cheese
Mara-
is namhlanje because
Mara uJabu Pule ngamfaka. UJabu Pule ngamfaka.
Angifutsheli.
Hayi uJabu Mahlangu. UJabu Pule
Okay.
hayi Mahlangu.
Okay. First game we play, Ronan Williams tries to go clear as a sweeper keeper. Namazi, I pick up injury. Vimba one.
Velile. Veli moto.
Yes, because Ricardo Goss is terrible. Ricardo Goss is terrible.
But you know, Sitle, and I think you watched as well. When they were reading the stats, he's the only goalkeeper that hasn't lost a game playing for Bafana. Ricardo
He's only
Goss.
played like two. He's only played
Oksalayo.
two games. 3 games I got in Namibia nearly Lesotho. 2 games in Namibia nearly Lesotho.
It's a stat that they mentioned.
Yeah.
It's a stat that they mentioned. I can't argue it. It's a fact. It's not something we can debate. It's a fact. It's on paper. You understand? It's like Ronan Williams has conceded 100 goals in 35 games, something like that. Ridiculous stat.
Are you for real?
Yo,
No, he's conceded a lot of goals, bro.
Yo, he's conceded.
I don't think he has a clean sheet to Ronan Williams for Bafana.
I also don't think so. He's bad. At national team level, he's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
But any backline here too? Who's missing?
Coach has to go with a simple back four, and he back four sometimes. He can't mix and match. I think the biggest problem is going into a tournament and wanting to mix and match. So I would even play left back or left back. Terence relax.
Uzomhlalisa ebhenchini uqulu.
Uqulu kadlala. Uqulu kumele aqale ebhenchini nawe. Nawe yabo mawushaya ibhiya. Nawe lokashaya.
The only reason why you're hiding your face today is because you want to talk cash.
Mara cheese. What about Usibisi? You can't write Usibisi off.
No, Usibisi are not writing him off. The problem is that Usibisi hasn't had game time a lot, and he hasn't been playing even for Pirates in Fana because coach Rich tonight, coach Ten Hag,
I mean, I can tell you, Hugo uzodlala uSydney Mobu, umthanda fucked up.
Good right back. Over Munda, who's the best right back in Africa?
Ubheke singaphetha manje. uSydney uzodlala all the games. How many?
Oh, man, the best right back in Africa. There's no way, Antoine. Could you say that
one, dog.
I'm not saying. I'm saying Hugo is gonna play him. You guys, have you watched Bafana games? He always calls this guy up. I never know why. This is the guy that Mbappe smoked, fucked up when we played France.
Mbappe was gonna smoke everyone anyway.
Kuliso had a better chance.
There's a picture. I'm Jah.
Oh, Chief.
Hey, Bape
Chief.
was
Acheka isikhanda. Acheka isikhanda. Ngibona acheka
Yes,
isikhanda.
yes.
Donsa maketanga. Ngambona donsa maketanga athi yo.
It's like
Hayi.
Evidence Mahopa. Oh, Evidence
Donsa
Mahopa was one of the guys
donsa ma
that
mina ngitshentshile ngathi donsa amapipe wehabi. Ufuna
yes.
amapipe wehabi la khona.
Hugo used to call up Evidence Mahopa when he first started. Evidence asadlalele Baroka. He used to call him up all the time and he used to start
Yeah.
all the games
Yeah.
as our lethal number 9. Why? Tell me why.
Unamaplayer wakhe coach wethu mfana. So
Exactly.
leyo
But I
ngiyavumelana
think every
nayo.
coach,
Usini
gents, let's be honest. Every manager has his set of players.
Kufana njengoMunari. Munari, he's been picking Munari ever since mfana. Coach Lo.
yeah.
Let's move.
Munana.
Let's move it. This is very important.
Yeah. Eish.
Where are we starting?
Oh my.
Where are we starting?
When is a must?
I'll
Yeah.
start Ronwen. I'll start Grant and CVC in the middle. I'll start Kulis on the right, and I'll start Terrence actually on the left, based on the squad we have on paper.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
basing
man,
this
that's
on.
really-
I'm basing this on what we have on paper.
Wait. Is your man in midfield Jack again?
No,
It's
No,
a-
he's speaking about defense.
he's still
Grant
Oh.
Kekana, CVC, Terrence, no Kulis.
and then yeah.
Terrence has actually been playing well last few games.
Yeah, I won't argue with that.
If you've watched.
I'm ngiyafela. Bibhodlela. Nkosi nathi sibisi. Hayi amanga. Bhodlela. Hayi, khohlwa.
No, Leamaka Lenjacho. Yo.
Hayi,
Hayi amanga leya. But for me, for relationships, and then combinations, I'd go with Sundowns back four. Bro.
Yeah.
Clean.
I think that makes
Yeah,
more sense.
Aubrey
bro.
Mudiva, yeah.
Yeah.
Aubrey,
And as well,
Mbala,
experience.
Aubrey. Yeah.
Yeah. And as well, they're also used to playing Angiti
Yeah.
Calf Cup. So it
Yeah.
That
makes
does
sense.
make sense.
From
Yeah,
our-
that does make sense. So,
And ideally as well, man. I'd want. No. Like as well in defense, I'd also say Tapula Morena should be backup for Muda at right back, and not a midfielder. I don't think Morena is a midfielder.
I think he's an attacker, but that's a debate for another day, Chief. That guy's quick, guys. Have you seen that guy run?
Hey man.
Yeah, he's quick, but
He's
Yalazi
just not
clever.
lethal.
Kuri Samudao.
Umvenda loya uzokumaka
Hayi,
kuze kuse.
The whole game.
I don't.
Uzogijimisa ubukhale. Yes. Akadlali le out. Hayi ukhulisa
Ah,
uMadawu.
So obvious, Tebogo Mokoena and I have a feeling he's gonna play Munari. Trust me. Tebogo and Munari. I'm telling you, man. Your coach, I'm saying Munari.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna play with
I think Munari will land the airport, Magafi.
But the manager.
Yeah, I'm landing.
No, I can't see his midfield combination, to be honest. I can't. I don't.
And that's why I was asking, because I looked at it and that's okay, sure. Utebogo starts, but who does he
Tebogo's the
partner
only one
with?
that I can start here. Maybe with I would start Oyaya. Usito.
Yeah,
I'll start him. I'll start Utapelo Mokoena. Morena, sorry. It's just that now it confuses, it kills that combination between whether he's a defender now, whether he's playing midfield, because you could do the same with Aubrey Mudiva. Aubrey Mudiva, you can shift him up, have him play on the wing.
Yeah. It's 6. Nah, go Sundowns where they're holding me.
A protected defense from the midfield.
Yeah.
It's a smart player. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
And I just wanna
But
yeah, Bafana Bafana, if Blom was selected, would you have started with Blom?
No doubt.
Yeah.
it's his win. Yeah, probably with Mukwena, yeah.
No doubt.
I'm surprised he didn't get selected. Though.
Yeah, not Hlongwane, I'm surprised. Hlongwane is another guy who Hugo rates highly.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he didn't. And Hlongwane has been scoring. He has been scoring some key goals there in MLS.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised. So
Yeah,
I mean, our midfield will probably be Utebogo, Usitole, Umorena, no Monaro.
Yeah.
You can only pick 2 there. You can only pick 2 or 3 at most.
Yeah, 3. I'd say
Because it's
3.
going to be a 4-3-3. It's going to be a 4-3-3 or 4-5-1.
But you
Whereas
see,
one is the 10.
but are you gonna play Tebogo as a what though? Because Tebogo is a 6, kahle kahle. So is
Yeah,
Stoll.
udlali 6 no Munar.
But double six.
Phela
Double
Umukwena,
six.
remember, he doesn't play holding. He plays badlala Rivaldo
Yeah, but he's technically
as
a
the
holding.
holding.
He's technically a holding.
He's a 6. He's a box, Leon. That's why he used to score
Okay,
so many goals.
sharp. Then you play him, and you don't have any fast wingers. You don't have anybody who's. There's nobody. Tebogo and Stoll won't catch. Who's in our group? I don't even remember who's in our group.
I'll check for you
No,
now,
these
and I'll
guys are
tell you
going
the
to be
first
the
game.
central 3. So in the midfielders group, it's the guys who are going to play the 3. The midfield 3. But
Okay,
yes,
okay.
coach usually 4-3-3/4-5-1.
So you'd have Tebogo Mokoena, Usitole, no Morena. You'd probably agree then.
I'd probably say Mokoena, Munari, and maybe Usto.
Monar, guys. Monar.
You're looking at Mali, you're looking at Namibia, you're looking at Tunisia. First game is Mali,
Siyadlula la.
Mali, Namibia, and then
Hlalesisho
Tunisia.
kanje.
La
Salasi,
siyadlula.
you sure?
Hlalesisho
La
kanje.
siyadlula.
Hlalesisho
Yeah,
kanje. Masithi e-Shoprite ama-calculator aphelile athenge wonke umuntu. Calculator
Mare front
calculator
front
goal
three yet
difference.
is over strong, guys. At
Ubani
least if they
front three. So if front
can
three, we're all in agreement.
Ushishi
Okay,
uta umayambela.
Yeah.
Who
Everyone
plays the
is
main
mad.
striker?
Mayambela.
Who plays the main striker?
Mayambela is
Mihlali.
gonna play the man, yeah. He plays them there.
Not in Africa. Not in Africa ngeke mfana. Umuntu odlala umhopa ntwana.
Yeah, that's why he hit himself today.
I
That's
do.
why he decided to
I'm basing this based on what happened in the qualifiers. He's been
Hey.
Mangadlalu evidence evidence he's got his nudes or something. I don't know.
Hey. He's up and
Pirates
down.
nje yakwazi ukukora striker. I-striker ze-Pirates vele kusawunda kakhulu.
Yeah, ngoba even no Lipasa. Lipasa, amisa lo muntu lo. He's another Nicholas Jackson.
But he gets himself up kuma position right.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Lepasa, we can probably agree that Lepasa is a good footballer. He's a good footballer.
Dial was
But
fine.
I
Lepasa is not traveling.
He's a good footballer. He's got the movement around the ball in the box positioning. He's great. He needs coaching. He needs a striker coach. Dedicated shy.
Yeah, because you
Because I mean, if you were a scout, you'd probably notice him. If you think of it, you'd notice.
True. You see, from a movement standpoint, he's always in the right positions. It's just
that's what I'm saying. Positionally, we are spark.
Yeah, it's just the execution. There's this other game where he scored a hat trick. I think he had like so many chances, bro.
Nine. He had 9 clear-cut chances. Yeah. Out of the 9, he scored 3. From a stat point of view, it's good output, but 9 chances and he walks away with only 3.
But you know what's important? People remember the 3. They don't remember that he missed 9 until he doesn't score the 3. Until he doesn't score the 3, then you realize what's in
Nicholas Jackson.
Nicholas Jackson. 100%. Hey, but this team, guys, I mean, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. I'm sure.
Yeah, 5 out of 10.
Do you know, Guti, not the only one, Mutis. I was online. Hey, no one is excited about the squad. Maybe that's what we need.
But it's not even trending. It's not even trending on Twitter because I was going through Twitter. It's not even.
No, there's this other person called Mihlali, and they're fighting with this other one. So they've got like BBL. So that's going to trend, obviously. But anyway, maybe that's what we need.
That must trend.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mudiso, when are you giving it a 5 out of 10? When I see the end.
And honestly, I'm not excited, but maybe that's what we need as a country, not to be excited about the squad. And these boys understand Uguti, they're not the be all and end all. And what figure about they leave? I'll give it like maybe like a 6. Nyana.
Yeah.
The boys from the Sundowns that I hoped were there, because I hate Sundowns, Jets. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely hate Sundowns. But Sundowns, when
Why
it
don't
comes
you
to
like Sundowns?
talent,
Why don't you like
when it
Sundowns?
comes to talent,
Why
no,
don't you like Sundowns?
It's Sundowns and 100 of all their fans. Makhuluma kakhulu. But
Yeah.
I was hoping, okay, sure, Hugo does the right thing and selects from a pool, because the talent pool of Sundowns, gents, is something else.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a 6. I'm not excited. I'm not excited. I'd give it a 6.
Yeah, and then when I cheese.
Hey, what's why explaining the 6 yakho? Mina 5 mfana.
Yeah. X, when we are solving.
I do that. I think it's average, man. Pass mark, yes, you know.
Pass mark.
Pass mark is 30%. Pass mark is South Africa is 30%.
These are people's fathers here. These guys are old.
Yeah,
They
you know what would be a nice statistic that broadcasters need to start doing is doing a total number of goals across a forward line from a national team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mama check, I thought it's not 10 goals between those.
Level.
So it's not 10 goals between those 6 guys like forwards.
Okay, maybe more because Tau and Zwana are there. Come on. But maybe more.
Zwana has like 3 goals in it.
And Utau?
Tau maybe and I get una 6. And then La 1
more.
No.
Police are running the goal. Langas Bambiselani.
Yes. Mahopa 1 the pasa.
Wahamba
Tuna korema ekapini.
Watrula abantu bayi-2 bese bayambiza. Come on.
But yeah, it's not. We'll see how it goes. But
and Upeg is one of the big 3 teams is gonna buy this police boy. He's failed at Super Sport as well. I think he also failed at Wits. Usepulukani situ tribulanyana abantu manje he's superstar we Afcon. Guys, come on. We are better than this as a football nation.
And then I'm a standby players. I'm a player Pirates.
Umthetho asilowest Chiefs. Ooh, yeah.
What about China, isn't it? You know, goalkeeper Pirates. So.
Yeah, that everyone is talking about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys.
That's the guy from MSL.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can speak on
MLS.
MLS.
MSL Lilikiam. MSL Lilikiam Masandi.
Who's the MLS? He's banging in goals like it's going out of fashion.
Yes. No, that guy used to play for Maritzburg, Chief. He used to play for Maritzburg. They got him from Maritzburg, and Hugo actually put him on the map through the. I don't know. He's Utlonkulo or something.
Bongo.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
And another thing,
Bongi. It's a Bongi Tlongwani. Bongi Tlongwani, and he bangs in another goal.
MLS.
Yeah. And then another question there. How many Chiefs players are here? Just
we've been patriotic now about the country. Why
Nyabuza nje
as a nation. Lo mthetho lo wase Chiefs lo standby.
Goalkeeper Pirates lo.
Cheka kukula man.
Ulo udlala 6.
Yeah.
Lo namhlanje from Stellenbosch. Ufile mos lo mthetho. Ufile mos. Udlala le ndoda le yase South America mos.
Guys, what was the question?
And the way I think I called lo mthetho lo, when he left Stellenbosch they finally won a trophy. We should be edlisa abantwana.
Okay, Hadi. I'm sorry.
What was your question? Your question was how many Chiefs players are here? I answered.
I must stand by. Ladies always in the airport.
He
Lezi
wasn't
Just
zobe sicela
because.
specific.
airports lezi.
He wasn't
No.
specific. It's been
I
a
think
pegele squad,
right now.
squad.
Chiefs right now is struggling with its identity. And Bobby, if he had to
You
come
wanna talk
right
about
and be
Chiefs?
honest,
I don't want to
he
talk
will
about
say,
Chiefs.
I know, yeah. If Bobby had to come right, and he will say, Guti, identity-wise, no one can really identify Chiefs. And I'm a supporter of the Chiefs. I keep one, Guti. They for the club through and through, and sometimes to the detriment of the club, because the club then takes advantage of that, knowing Guti they've got supporters that will go through thick and thin for them. But anyway,
Hayi
a
mara
long story short,
sekulile ba. Ubonile stadium ni 15. Yaphela.
Sihle.
And kuleyo 15 iphathi yebench.
Kaizer Chiefs management is Joyla. Kaizer Chiefs management is Joyla. First of all, they're not trying to go out there and get the best of coaches, right?
Mm.
They're trying to go out there and get mediocre coaches when they have the money, when they have the financial backing, when they are a big three team, when they are a big team in statute from support perspective, so they are marketable. Number one, they'll
Yeah.
never struggle to get a sponsorship. Never. They'll never ever struggle. But the problem is they running it for profits, which I understand. Remember, guys, me, I'm a corporate guy,
you
so
profits.
I'm very, very much in favor of profits, right? But at the same time, you've got to understand who's driving those profits, who are technically your customers. Who are your customers in this case? Your supporters, right? They're the ones that you're trying to attract to the games. They're the ones that need to come. They're the ones that are buying the shirts. They're the one that are buying, they funding that entire team, right? They behind you guys. So why don't you give them back a little bit of respect and a little bit of decency and just hire guys that are right? Don't go out and buy
Arsenal
mediocre
at some
players.
point, Arsenal at some point fell in that trap of being a
Yes,
business more than a football club.
don't buy mediocre players, guys. They are buying players on Twitter. They are buying players. Guys, get a bloody coaching staff. I can understand if we don't get Pizzo now, but I don't understand how we lost out on Onabi at the detriment of Arthur Zwane. Arthur Zwane. Ah, come on, guys. Take us serious. I'm thinking, guys, why don't these guys go and get this coach? Wase Botswana, the Zwaneng coach, the guy that coaches Zwaneng, what. He's doing well, that guy. Bring him to Naturena. Give him a chance. Let's see what he can do. Give him all the honors. We failed no Kevin Hunt, guys. Kevin Hunt is sitting way on the log today with a mediocre super sport team, with players he chose, not players that are chosen by a family.
What was the results? What was the results? Supersport versus Sundowns.
When?
The last Supersport game that
Wasn't
they
it
played.
wasn't it the
That's
1-1 draw?
Pirates. They played us,
They
bro.
played
Oh
you
yeah,
guys.
but
Baba
Babashai
Shili.
Pirates, I remember.
Yeah,
So
Baba
I think
Shili.
you speak on Kevin Hunt. Kevin Hunt, honestly, we did him
Yeah.
dirty. The family did him dirty.
He's not the
I know
first
you guys.
coach that was done dirty by Kaizer Chiefs. And that's what we
Yeah.
need to that's what needs to make sense, guys. Kaizer Chiefs is a big team. We can say what we want. Kaizer Chiefs has the biggest support base in this fucking country.
Yeah,
And
but Kaiser Chiefs at some point.
unfortunately we're losing the next generation of supporters to Sundowns because of the bullshit
100%.
that we're
You
doing
are
as a
spot
team.
on there,
You guys,
bro.
you guys sound like Man United.
Sundowns it gladly. Zone
You
is
guys,
my
you,
89.
you guys sound like Man United. The Chiefs. That's how Man
Ah,
United fans sound like.
I
To a
umuli
certain
suicide.
degree, to a
I
certain
put this
degree, as Chiefs, you are right. And yes,
Yeah.
it Chiefs at some point. I remember my sponsorship deals. They were sponsored by Cobra. I want a Polish Cobra. They were getting money from Cobra. They were getting money from what's the bus service? I forgot the name now. It's not Greyhound. I think it's Translux.
Translux.
Yeah,
Translux.
yeah.
Intercape, right. Intercape. It's not
Intercape, yeah,
Translux.
Intercape.
Intercape.
So when you speak about market being, they will never struggle for sponsors. That's the Chiefs that we know. The Chiefs not that it took Reebok in South Africa, to be honest, was dead at the time, and it made Reebok fashionable, and everyone started wearing Reebok at that time.
Let's be honest, Sitle. Today you see more kappa than you've ever seen in the last 10 years.
That's the other thing.
Today, that's the impact of a Kaizer Chiefs.
Do you have your
People
kappa?
spoke. Angeke ngithenge mina. Mina ngikwatile.
Kuyana.
Mina ngikwatile, ka. Mina I won't buy it. I refuse. I refuse. Yazi, it's a big, big team, guys. It has a massive history behind it, guys. And we're doing players dirty. We're doing coaches dirty. Tell me how we didn't win Utabo Mugwen. Tell me how we didn't win Usipombule. A team of that size, but we can pay a dead Kamapili at 800,000.
They got burnt
Guys.
there, and they got burnt there.
Guys.
Abafuna ukubuyela la. But unfortunately, just
Come
like
on.
love, you have to go back.
Come on.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of sponsors, let me share my screen so that we move on to the next topic. Because we have to talk about this stuff. But what is keeper? This swallows Forfeit. Like, I don't know, man. I was in disbelief yesterday.
Someone explain what's going on is Swallows. Because my understanding is that players wanted to be paid beginning of December. They didn't want to get paid as per the contract end of December. But there's more to that story than just that. The good players have decided not to train and not to honor our fixtures.
Yeah, this thing didn't start now, right? I think there was a game in November or something where there was sort of rumors of shaky, no man. And that's why the players started pushing for early payments. But this thing of them getting paid on the 22nd, apparently it was voiced out by the chairman, David Mokash, who said himself that no, guys, instead of me paying you guys on the 31st of December, Sitle, I'm gonna pay you guys on the 22nd of December. And also it was because of what happened previously, where when they lost to, I think it was Supersport actually 2-1, when they scored first. I don't know if you guys remember the game when they scored first. After that, Kompela spoke about the situation and said that the players hadn't trained for like 10 days or something because of this dispute, and now they are back there again. So I'm twofold, right? I understand that this is their livelihood, right? But at the same time, this is their careers, right? For the older players, I can understand when they're boycotting like this, right? But Celtic has gone through a similar situation, but they honored
didn't end well.
every single game. But they honored every single game. They didn't do this. They didn't do this up until Royal AM bought Celtic status. They never ever did this. And worse, Celtic was winning at the time. Worse, Chief, this thing, if I'm a sponsor, imagine I'm a potential sponsor saying that I'll save you.
Gone.
Chief, I can't come. I can never come. Why? Because you're putting my brand into disrepute. As players, as management, and that's why there's rumors now that Swallows' status is up for sale.
Again.
Yeah.
Didn't they buy it?
They bought it a NFT.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yes.
And guys, do you guys think this is a universal issue where it's not only Swallows that are actually going through this?
It's
Do you
books.
think
It's books, Baba. It's all about managing books. The excitement of being in the Premier League and not looking at how much money your club is making. Because I'm a grant about per month for me from EPSL. I think it's about a bar, if not a bar and a half. So what ends up happening, it's what, 2 bars?
2.5.
Oh, 2.5. So end of the day, 2.5 to run a club, and you recruit all these superstars, you recruit, and end of the month you have to pay them. So it's just balancing the books. And unfortunately, the excitement gets the better of these owners.
Guys,
someone tells them, or an agent whispers to them, no, Andile Jali is available for half what he was earning at Sundowns. Not factoring in, at Sundowns he was on, let's say, what, $500,000. So if he's on half, he's on 250 now. So kule 2.5 mil that he grant from Isafa, 250 has gone to one player. So
guys,
basically, players. Basically, managers right now are playing EFPL, Fantasy League. That's all they play.
Yeah,
So
I know
it's
that's
easy for us to sit as supporters and speak about clubs wanting to make a profit, right? At the end of the day, a lot of these clubs are self-funded, right? And I'm going to exclude the Sundowns. Well, I can actually include Sundowns because Sundowns is technically self-funded, right? But I'm going to exclude the Chiefs, the Pirates for a second
yeah,
because of history, legacy, and the reputation they've built. But if you look at all the other teams, Chief, those owners are running those clubs from their other businesses, right? At the end of the day, you're paying salaries, right? You're paying accommodation, you're traveling week in, week out, every 2, 3 days, right? Whether it's by bus, whether it's by flight, you need facilities, you need to fund those facilities, you need to make sure that your backroom stuff is sorted, being all your coaches from the academy all the way up, being it let's stop there, right? Okay, you need a medical team, etc., etc. 2.5 bars gonna do you no justice. No
yeah,
justice. No justice. You need sponsorship. You need backing behind you. Us as supporters sit here and say, yo, Kaizer Chiefs is looking at profits, blah, blah, blah. But we're not going to the games. How many people are filling? I think she said it earlier on the group that people
yeah.
can't even filling it Dobsonville Stadium.
Which
Fill
is
it
yeah,
Dobsonville Stadium. That money goes back to the team. They are able to expand and be able to stretch and do what they do. Go to the drip store and buy their apparel. Then they are able to fund the team. These teams are struggling because David, as much as he's a businessman, he's taking all the money from his business and he's running his swallows. Now, if you're a shareholder in his other businesses, for how long are you going to allow that?
yeah.
For how
That's
long?
a
At the end of the
yeah,
day, he's got to make a profit. We can say what we want. We can say what we want. Even teams in the that's why there's financial fair play introduced overseas because they've got all the sponsors around them. They've got all the money around them, but they're just spending it like crazy because there's no there's no fear. It's not their money, basically. Ultimately, it's
Yeah,
not theirs. So they're doing
yeah.
whatever the hell they want with it. Here, we don't have that luxury, guys. We want to sit and watch these guys on TV. Nobody wants to go to the game. Is broadcasting
Well, I
rights
think I
enough?
think I, I think I
Broadcasting
think
rights
what
is
this
funding the ground.
on the flip side of that, Nabo selling TV rights, Super Sport the way that they did. Super Sport is going to show the game. We're going to sit at home and watch the game. I think we can take what England, what EPL did. I don't know whether it's still an active thing right now, where they do a broadcast block out for, say, Chiefs and Pirates are playing this side of the world. They do a block out where in Joburg you're not going to be able to watch Chiefs and Pirates, so Chiefs versus Pirates on TV.
Yeah,
yeah,
but we can
yeah.
speak about that as much as we want, Prophet. As a product, EPSL is giving us nothing, bitch. You
Thank
Yes.
you.
so sifuna ukubona
Yes.
thina sifuna ukubona isolo sikhula, but isolo zayisibukela isineeds mos. We're not going to stadiums and watching games, 4 goals being scored and quality football, Sambela Pana, see excited about what's happening. We're going to these stadiums. In fact, how many times have we watched the Toronto Derby? A pillar 1-0, 1-1,
Yeah, what
0-0.
is
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and those are
Yeah. But
the marquee matches that we base our football off.
geez, I hear you. I 100% hear you. But I don't think that's the fundamental issue, right? Because
Ah,
it goes both
ufuna
ways.
ngifake idrip
It goes no. It
idliwa
goes both ways. It
Iswallows.
go no. 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 Lalel. Lalel. Lalel.
well,
It
they're not
goes
even
both
showing
ways.
up for matches.
Yes. Yes. On the field, they're not performing, right? But it's also I want to call it big match temperament for lack of a better word, right? When there's people behind you in the stadium supporting you, you want to play well and perform for the noise, for the atmosphere, etc., etc. So yes, you can go and Ipele 1-0. I just think it's a PSL and suffer management issue, and I think we've discussed this, right? They're not selling the product and treating it as a product and evolving the product as they should. Every
I think
product has a life cycle.
it's a thesis idea for
Every
anyone who wants to
yes,
do it. What's going on in South African football for us not filling our stadiums? Because
yes,
we used to fill up our stadiums.
ev-
I remember. I remember.
every product.
I traveled once from Durban to Ipitori to watch Chiefs versus Sundowns. Probably one of the worst decisions that I've ever taken because Sundowns decided to make us play half field, maybe shy. I think it was like 4-1.
Mar Oksalayo, you went
Oksalayo.
there. Oksalayo,
Yo,
you went
I mean,
there.
I used to watch Ndana.
That trip is a
We
vibe
used
and
to
a
make it
half.
a day. We used to make it a day after work. The Sieta, Spaggy Car, some Suguri Pirates, every single home game.
Yeah.
Now, now we don't even know what we're watching. It's the stadium. Now we're silently want to prepare themselves for success. Go and watch these teams.
If
But
you
no
look at my
one's even getting it.
highlights,
No,
if you look at my
Chief,
highlights, it's like you're
but
watching during COVID times.
what I was getting to, Sitle, is that the product has gone through a maturity phase and it's peaked already and it's dying. And it's dying because of management, right? Management can't sit in the same, they can't have the same conversations and be attracted by the same things that used to attract the games in the past. Those games used to sell themselves through what? Through flair, etc., etc. Now the game has transitioned and has transformed, and management needs to do the same thing. You need to transform the journey with it and be able to attract the sponsors to show that as a country, Chief, our local teams are refusing to export key talent. Tell me why Teboho Mokoena didn't go to Belgium and went to Sundowns, for example. Why did he not go? Why did he not go? Those are the type of things that make us attractive also as a nation, right? Look at the cricket now. We're starting to get sponsorship from India. I don't know if you guys realize. All the sponsors that we have on our t-shirts are all Indian companies. None of them relate to South Africa today. And that's what we need to start doing. We need to start going out there and exporting this nation and this product that we call PSL
You
and
can't,
sell it
Ndana,
globally.
when the people who are there are corrupt, Ndana. You can't. No one
Yes,
wants to
but what I'm
invest
saying is
into
they
something where they are not going to get a return. There's a huge scandal they posted in the group of Kuluma and from Fund. That's a world-renowned thing. It's a world-renowned report that's been released about this stuff. And those are the governing body of this football association, which for some reason isn't governing SAFA, but it is what it
You're
is.
speaking on the legacy fund,
Yeah. And who's going to invest in that?
then guys
Clubs,
then
South
guys
Africa's footballs and
let's
stuff. I was
bury the
speaking about
football.
the Phillies as well. I was thinking about the Phillies. The Phillies, it's been going on for years, Ndwana. It's been going on for years until they got the TV, but it's not improving. It's the same level of quality, the same pitches, same
the pitches
shitty
are worse,
pitches.
Baba. I think the pitches
I'm
are
a player.
getting worse.
You can barely see difference between the Kita teams. Yeah, the guys are literally running Namasogis or Slippers or whatever that what to get it up. It's just a bad look compared to Forsaf, and they are struggling themselves because they can't even get.
You speak on the Phillies. I try to watch it, gents. I know.
A young Shula Nami.
I am sure.
How much time do you guys have?
I'm on leave, Baba. I'm on leave. I switched off everything, even the wife.
Mina on leave ngibukela iCocomelon. Angeke
when Makram goes out searching, just check any channel.
Mina ngijeke iCocomelon.
Thank you, tablet. Okay, Cocomelon in tablet. It works.
TV. I'm not gonna settle for mediocre bullshit. Why are they not broadcasting NFD as they are broadcasting Phillies games? NFD is the feeder team to the PSL. That's what I'm telling you now. I'm not gonna support the bullshit. That what they're doing is absolute bullshit and it's corrupt bullshit.
You know when you've got time and you're like, let me give it a chance. I think in the space of like 3 days.
I mean, I'm not adverts, Bella. Magni adverts,
I know.
DSTV to reply, Baba.
And they must, and then DSTV must release the stats of the viewership for the Phillies games and how they've performed over the years.
Do you think that's possible?
That's simple. Yes.
No.
Definitely. We have analytics.
But if it is not well on this, because don't forget, if you're on Compact, you only get 2 channels on sports. You only get two and 2 or 3, and the only thing that's live is the Phillies at any point in time during the day.
and you've got time.
Then
So
late,
you don't have a
then
choice.
late ke over inhlanhla
Mababukeli
EPL.
200. Mababukeli 200.
Yeah, for 200. Thanks, it's just 30 minutes, dog. It's 30 minutes. It's every 30 minutes. So after the first 30 minutes, I repeat at my
But
highlights.
200 will introduce goal fakers in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melekdale Nicole for
That's
Chibos.
why we call for fit. Plus, you call that so it's that fit.
I've played that
Yeah.
course. Imnandigab. I've played that
It
course.
is.
Very nice course.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. I need to check it out because it a PMV and it's Eldo.
Yes.
Yeah, right next
No,
to
and
Eldo.
you'll be very impressed with the facilities. I mean, they're not world class like we've seen the burbs, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when you speak of facilities, because you're reminding me, Guti, Soweto once had a cricket club,
yes.
and
Eldo Stadium.
and also in Nike had sponsored a high performance indoor field.
It's
It's
still
a
there.
Soweto,
It's still
but
there.
Yeah,
just
icon.
Yeah,
Nesotho
the
cricket
Nike one
over
is good.
likhona.
The Nike one
Yeah.
was good.
Nesotho
It's
cricket over lisasekhona. Just ukuthi sesha ama-picnic more than ama-cricket match.
yeah, it's good.
have a picnic.
She's
These are
Hayi
Atia
nje indawo
Yamasiko.
yama-picnic over.
Atia
Esoweto
Yamasiko.
uma bafuna ukhosta ipati enkulu baya la.
man. Right. Hey, Elk. Yes.
Mara, gents, I don't know. I just think management needs to change. Leadership needs to change. The energy needs to be
Yeah.
different.
I've
And
been
then
saying it for years. It needs to, and it's maybe 10 years too late.
Mm.
okay, something must happen to Ivan Cause again, guys.
Then things must collapse before they get better. Then.
Yeah,
Then
no, Ivan.
Ooh,
when he
that's
lets
a
the
very
chance,
big
Mulise,
statement.
Mulise,
That's a
some
very big
things you don't
statement.
say on live. You don't say on live television, my
Oh,
brother.
but when I say something must happen, I mean he must go to the toilet.
Mm-mm,
Something
mm-mm,
must
mm-mm,
pray. I
mm-mm,
agree.
mm-mm, mm-mm. Just need to do a thing on live television. Don't have.
yeah.
I still want to see you watch Coco Melon.
and Uchis is so happy with he can see himself. He can see his face.
I mean, you know what, Nachis? I'm an ambassador and an advocate of good
Coco
things.
Melon.
And if we're of Cocomelon, and if we're not progressing, we have to accept it, guys. We
Yeah, we
have
know.
to. If
We
if
like
if,
It's a
if you're
different. It's a
building a
very
business,
difficult conversation because see,
yeah.
that's
But
funny.
if I'm running a business unit and I'm failing, as a leader, I've got to take accountability of that. And I've got to be able to say it, guys. That's
Modise.
where society is today. Unfortunately,
Accountability left the
global
building.
football, from FIFA, from UEFA, right down to the associate nations or whatever we want to call them, they all doing the same thing.
Mm.
Yeah, when Modise, I'll tell you this, Uguti, we are very much hopeful. Accountability left the building years and years and years ago. The minute you have civil servants that are put in and they assume Uguti, they are business people. Meanwhile, they are supposed to serve the civils of the nation. I still to this day don't understand Uguti, why time and time again Isafa can't get abo Lucas Khadebe, abo Dr. Kumalo, people that have played the game, people that understand the struggles understand the struggles that come with playing the game. That can't get who's that famous captain that we had? I forgot the name now. It starts with an M. Porsche.
Modise. Modise.
Porsche.
Yeah, Porsche Modise. Yes.
Did you watch it show Gamarao?
Yeah,
Recent snippets of Shoga Marawa, where they were speaking to Dr. Kumalo, and they asked Dr. Kumalo.
Yeah.
They asked Dr. Kumalo, but Dr. Kumalo, manje, why ningakwazi ukuthi nina nincede team ukuthi it goes back or steer back into the right direction, and in not so many words, but in summary, ngiyambuza yona.
I saw the snippet.
UDr. Bekumele ubesekuthi akhale ingembezi bam. You could see ukuthi
he gave an
it's
answer.
painful, bro.
It was a 4-minute rant for those that didn't watch. Like 4 minutes long. And he spoke for the 4 minutes. We've been excluded.
I'm going to ask a difficult question. What does this tell us about our governing party in this country? All of this that's happening.
Wow.
Guys, nothing is working. Nothing is working. Our football is dying. Our streets are dying. Our cricket is leaning on to external sponsorship. Our rugby is basically independent from the entire
Yeah,
nation,
it
running
is.
itself, funding itself through whatever it is. Our schooling system is a mess, right?
Mm.
Schools haven't changed. I mean, I always say to people that if we say that everything is all equal now, then I should see a school in the village have the same infrastructure as Cliffview Primary.
Yeah.
Same
So
infrastructure.
yeah. That's okay.
But
So my
Cliffy wasn't that great, bro.
Yeah?
What?
but they've got facilities.
this guy's talking shit.
That's why he hit himself.
Yeah.
You speak on that, and so I've got
Yeah.
a grade one going grade one next year, and then you have to look for like schools, but like you do your research from like 2-3 years prior to him going to grade one, and you then have an understanding with why parents are paying 100K for a grade one
Yes.
student.
Yo.
Yes. Yes. Guys,
But you bite
I
the
will tell
bullet.
you, Clip.
Yeah.
When I went to Cliffview and
Yeah.
these guys went to Northcliffe and stuff, we had Walter
Yeah.
Freedom Park, good school. We had Ipodo around us. We had Abu Rempak Primary. We had all these brilliant schools all around us. Abu St. John and St. David's were there, but they were far right ahead
Yeah.
of us, right? From I don't know, from just an affordability perspective, if I should call it that, right? But our offerings were world class and brilliant, right? I live here. I live close to what's the school? Boskop
Yeah.
Primary School. Boskop used to be one of the best primary schools we had in the vicinity, right? Of Joburg. Now it's just another school that has just been left and abandoned. Why? I won't tell you guys why. You guys will figure it out why. Ngoba bathi
Yeah.
kugcwele laba. Kugcwele laba.
Ah,
Then what did Cliffy and them do? They ring fenced their admission policies and made sure that they are able to segregate. I used to live up the road from me, Cliffview, right?
Mm.
And
Cliffview
the policy
rejected my
states
child. They rejected my. I lived up the
the,
road. You know where they
the
send me?
policy
You know
states
where
and
they send me? They send me to North.
Mamela
They said
Motisi,
it's
the
not
policy states ukuthi your child has to be within I think it's a 4 if not a 5 kilometer radius of the school.
I live
down the
up
road.
the road.
Up the
Yeah,
road.
not
Which is
down.
there by
Down is
Pelin.
further.
Where
Yes,
did they send you?
I live
Not the
in
farm.
Northcliffe.
But it did not leave. But they're renovating
No,
it now.
what complainer?
I still live in
Wow,
that area.
umntana ufuna safari eCliffview still.
Yes.
Ngisuka umntana enoCliff ndo.
Nah, but like
Namasiko
this,
that
honestly,
you, Baba.
honestly,
I
James,
will not embarrass. I will not embarrass the alumni online. I will leave the alumni to be excited.
but James, if
Yeah.
we're being honest and being honest, everything is being privatized.
Mm.
And
Yeah, it's
in it being privatized, it just means Uguti, you pay more. Yabona X, you were surprised Uguti grade one is 100K. And Meng telling 100K, I'm not telling you 100K on the top schools. Top schools, they're talking 100K plus, like 120 going up. 100K, like right now where I stay, gets him into grade one.
Yes, like
And they
Kathi
said,
Sihlwe
no, it's
noPlumber
fine.
Park.
If he's got siblings, they'll give me 10% discount.
Plumber ba usitshele sihle and uplumber ba awusitshele.
Plumber
Ah,
Park.
ngihlala la ngihlala khona. Ngihlala ekhaya. Ngihlala ekhaya.
Indoda uvele understand why ehlala inathi.
Yeah.
Nami nganatha ngazi ukuthi umbhadala 100K.
And then mefika from umsiza
Uzoyithatha
ngekhume
phi?
1 plus 1
Uzoyithatha phi
11.
imali yotshwala? Uyithatha phi imali yokuphuza?
Uphuza lesele after bhadala 100K.
I know, but yeah, no, you are right, Budi. So things are just falling apart.
It's
And
this
a lot.
nation is falling apart.
Ishesholoza on its maiden voyage. I say maiden because it was the first voyage in a very long time.
I love
Minister
that.
of Transport goes out. He tweets with yo, Ishesholoza is available. Guys, book. The first trip, it didn't even make it to Cape Town Because you know why?
Bashaya,
They stole
but
our
guys,
cable.
also
Aye,
us as
man.
citizens, we have a problem, guys.
No,
Bashaya ma
man.
railway.
Yo, it's bad.
Those children kanjani ndoda?
Bad. Like it's like Nasa West Rand because I usually go a lot. Yabo Kruger store, Port side. I usually go that side a lot, bruh. Like the train tracks that side, Nama cables. Yo. They have lockdown. Literally.
The thing I still don't understand is that it was actually good to know this is a hijack building. And ngiyacabanga to know, man, how the fuck do you hijack something that doesn't move? Because all you do, uthumela military, ukuthi ngenala, clear out whoever is inside.
God,
Let's talk one thing apart. Like
Yeah.
it's a hijack
That
building, but the
building is
building is
giving
not
you-
moving.
That building is giving you 300,000 a month.
Isn't that what the Red Ants are
And
doing?
I've done
Once
the
upon a time.
calculation. I've done the calculation and the math on that. I can see why some
Yeah.
parties wouldn't want the military going in there.
Yes, and it's tax free. Let's remember that.
And Bapadala cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's only the half of it, fella. There's about 600K or almost a million in drugs in those sort of buildings.
In those
And
buildings on top.
and sex, sex working and all that nonsense. And human trafficking.
When was
Ludlala, man.
You couldn't even sit.
Ludlala, man. Lama Pili, those buildings have majority of people who don't work, bro. Where do you think they get money to
Yeah.
No, because I
That's where
was sitting with a friend. He does town planning, so he was breaking it down for me. Uguti, Ibu Eranje. So you've got a building of 5 floors, and this is just like a rough estimate. A building of 5 floors. Within each floor, kunama, let's say 100 units. Okay. So what these guys do is they break down Lamali 100 units. They break them down to like Ikishi is a room in itself. So yes, they partition it out and whatnot. And each person who stays in that Bapadala for each room, Bapadala 3.5. Hypothetically, let's say. Or you Modisa, you'll do the math. You're the CA here, so you'll do the math. So if you go
if you look at ROI, why would I pay? Why would I pay 3.5?
So if you look now, if it's like a 3-bedroom flatlet across I 100 lama flatlet now, they've broken them down to like now it's a 6-bedroom, and in it being a 6-bedroom, each person will patala 3.5. So do the math per floor ukuthi benza malini, and imali yakhona it's hard cash, where on the 1st of every month kunama jita fikayo bazokoleka, and it's not that ukuthi you'll send them up and down and no. Bayafika bayanoka, if abayithola imali uthola impahla zakho ngaphandle.
Anyway, ngoba sisivete kakhulu ngiyabona ukuthi sengigadele madoda.
Yes.
Can I just say, let's remember this conversation when we go vote next year. Ne?
Yeah.
Bookmark it.
Yeah, no, indeed, Budista. But guys, much appreciated. I know with December, you guys are, Onke told us he is,
Yeah,
within
this in his words, he said, I'm too intoxicated to be online.
being there. And at that time, usikuthalangena la months. So young man.
But understand what you mean with months.
Kakhalangena umanzi uconsi.
Shy case
Salangena consi, man. Usihle phela the last.
Yeah, hatokutshela after show mfethu akafuni izitha zakhe zazi.
Oh.
Akafuna even khozaza angithi wena ukhuluma even khoza kabi la kule show.
What did the Twitter the swindler say? Which my enemies are after me. What show was that? It was on Netflix.
Twitter swindler.
Yes.
Yeah,
what did he say? His famous lines, which my enemies are after me.
Yeah.
So that's
they were after him and they found him.
Yeah. I know, Jets. Thank you so much once again
For sure.
for feeling yourselves. I hope we could do more of these episodes. These are very fun and interesting episodes there. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me out, Forfeit, especially in 2024. My numbers need to go up. They've been stagnant. I believe you could just help me out in sharing and have
Are we gonna have the
out.
Afcon? Are we gonna have an Afcon
Yeah,
show
definitely.
from the 15th or from the 12th, whenever it starts?
Yeah, just before it, plus I know Keys is a huge fan of CAF, he's a fan of the Super Eagles. And jeez, about my brother.
I saw him.
Ungadabayi. Bayaya, ungadabayi Afcon love.
No,
Hayi,
but
sifo namas.
Oh, God.
yeah, they've got
Mina
new
ngibuyele
kits.
Asia ngibuyele Asia Cup mina. No, ngeke ngibuyele Afcon.
Come on, jeez.
No,
Mina-
the
mina-
Asia Cup.
mina-
Do
mina-
you know what time you must wake up for you to watch the Asia Cup?
Yo, Fitz,
Uh-uh.
I gotta wake up. It's like,
It's I think 2 a.m. in the morning for most of those matches, just to watch Song and his fellow countrymen.
yeah.
Bufuna ukumthuka.
No, ngithe fellow countrymen. Kanti ngitheni? I've got him in my fantasy. Ngizomthuka kanjani?
Hayi mina
Don't
mina
mess up
sobukela
Song.
yena manje.
Yeah. I
I-
know,
mina-
Hayi
man.
mina,
Mathias.
they must just play test cricket and I'll be happy. Let's
Yeah,
enjoy cricket
I know, but Fitz, thank you. Ne? This is okay.
away.
Hola. Sure.